Uh, Not very convincing in the answers that were given. Okay, let's move on now and shifting our focus to Pakistan, where this very controversial radical Islamic preacher, Zakir Naik, which the team at Republic has been tracking for almost 10 to 15 years now. Zakir Naik has met US designated Lashkar terrorist Faisal Nadeem, Mohammad Haris Dhar, Lashkar commander Muzammil Iqbal Hashmi in Pakistan's Lahore. And in these visuals, Zakir Naik can be seen hugging Lashkar-e-Toiba terrorists. These are pictures that came in from Pakistan. Of course, Pakistan, for them, terror goes hand in hand with the state policy. Zakir Naik, in these pictures, seen meeting Lashkar terrorists. Gursimran is joining me live. Gursimran, interestingly, this comes a few days after our External Affairs Minister was in Pakistan, did some tough talking on the state policy of Pakistan, made a mention of China. And this meeting between Zakir Naik, the fact that Pakistan allowed Zakir Naik, a fugitive from India. I mean, he's been spending time there and he meets Lashkar terrorists. And he's seen here hugging Lashkar-e-Toiba terrorists.
Niranjan, it is very clear that days after meeting the Shahbaz Sharif cabinet, now he's meeting the cabinet of Hafiz Sayyid. Though Hafiz Sayyid is on the, has probably been put at a safe place by the Pakistani side after the sanctions that have been imposed by the United Nations and also the United States. But it remains very clear because those following the Lashkar-e-Toiba very closely, they know that what is the role of Haris Dar and also the Muzammil Hashmi. They both are one of those key commanders, or you can say the right hands of the Hafiz Sayyid, those who have been operating the operations of Lashkar-e-Toiba in Pakistan. They have been instrumental not in carrying out the financial transactions, but also in the also expanding and also in the radicalization. And when it comes to this tour of Zakir Naik, more than a religious outreach, this seems to be a terror outreach which he is doing while meeting the commanders of Lashkar-e-Toiba in Pakistan. Because time and again we have seen that there has been a direct link that is emerging. Because if you go to the Sri Lankan bombing, there is a clear-cut link of Zakir Naik where his videos, radicalizing videos, were used by the attackers to carry out these attacks. So this shows that this is an entire ecosystem that is working. First, Zakir Naik coming to the Pakistan on a month-long visit, then he meeting the cabinet of Shahbaz Sharif. Days after meeting the cabinet of Shahbaz Sharif, he's meeting the cabinet of Lashkar-e-Toiba, because all these commanders, they are right hands of those chief of Lashkar-e-Toiba who is still absconding. Pakistan claims that he's behind the bars, but there are contrary reports that suggest that he's being kept at a safe place so that he can operate from there only. And the name of Haris Dar and of Muzammil Hashmi, they have emerged time and again in the operations of Lashkar-e-Toiba that are being carried out in the land of Pakistan, that how they are operating, how they are running their entire modus operandi of radicalization. So Niranjan, it is very clear that Zakir Naik is there on a spree to get in contact with his handlers, his bosses that are running the factory of terror, so that he can get the directions and how he can radicalize more and more youth into the terror ranks, because his radicalization, his speeches have always been to destabilize the world. Niranjan.
Thank you for joining us with those inputs. Gursimran there. Let's move on now.